All right, ladies, here is another nail slay. First, I'm going to start out by prepping her nails. The sanding band that I'm using right now is 150 grit. It's a medium grit sanding bit. I like to use this on the natural nails because it doesn't damage the natural nails at all. Never use coarse. You can always use fine or medium grit. That's what I like to stay in between. As you can see, I am getting all of that stuff off her cuticles and her nail bed. I'm going close to the cuticles, making sure I push it back at the same time, okay? I absolutely love doing this with my clients. I didn't clip her nails because she's trying to grow them out, so I kept them. Gonna dust her off really quickly, and we're gonna get into gluing the tips on. So I just like to put a lot of glue on the rim because I know that it is going to be stuck like Chuck. And the tips that I'm using is the extra long coffin tips from my line, the Bling V tips. I absolutely love these because you don't have to do too much shaping at all. I'm actually gluing these on really quick. And as you can see, I'm putting glue on the smile line area, and I'm gluing these babies on, making sure that they're stuck. I like to do that little slide motion just so that there are no air bubbles inside of the glue. And look at these tips, they are so long. I wish we would have kept them long, but we had to cut them down because she's a cheer coach and we want to make sure that her nails are fly and she's safe at the same time, okay? So I'm gonna be using my one tip cutter and just cutting the tips down to the size that she wants. And look how easy that is. These tips don't bend, they don't break. You guys will absolutely love this. I actually chose to use the regular cutters because the tip is a little thicker, so my one cutter couldn't go all the way down. So I chose to use the nail clippers on this. And I'm just gonna clip her all the way down on both sides, making sure that I get a even clip. I love the one clippers because you don't have to do too much work and they're bomb. If you're using scissors or anything like that, I mean, you can use what you prefer, what you're used to. And I'm gonna go back to my nail clipper, cut that thumb down because like I said, that one cutter cannot go down that nail because these are some thick, sturdy tips. I love them. So right now I'm gonna be sizing. Ladies, you gotta make sure you do this step. It's very important. You never wanna have your clients out here looking crazy with nails that are longer than the other. Trust me, when you get your nails slayed by me, people are looking the bling is right. So you always wanna make sure that your nails are on absolutely, everything is on point. You want your clients to feel the best that they can. They come in for self-care, you want them to feel good. Sizing these thumbs up. And she requested coffin shape. When you do coffin shape, you don't have to go in too much because these tips right here are already coffin, but I like to do a more, taper coffin. So I wanted to cut the sides, and you see when I'm clipping it, you don't have to clip that much. Look at those little sides that I'm taking off. You don't have to take off too much because that's when you get too deep in the sides, and that's not good for the coffin shape. You might as well just do a stiletto or another shape. So I'm just taking off a little bit on the sides. The next step I'm gonna be filing her sides in, not too much because she doesn't want them too tapered in. So I'm just gonna file the sides, lightly and get her that desired shape that she likes. She always gets the same shape, so I know exactly what she likes, and I like to make my clients happy. I'm just blending in the tips a little bit so I don't have that much work to do, when I do my drill work. Just getting this shape flawless. Right now I'm using the same sanding band. I'm drilling her nails so they can have a flawless application when I'm prepping. Okay, right now I'm using Bond-Aid. This is my favorite, and then I'm gonna use the No Lift Primer. I love using these two combos together. You don't have to, but that's what I like to do. I go in and put one application. This is a dehydrator. The dehydrator makes sure that the nails are nice and dry, I absolutely love it. Then I'm going to go in with 2 coats of my nail primer, the No Lift nail primer. Make sure you guys do not get this on the skin because it will burn. This primer does have acid in it. You can use a no acid primer if you choose to, but I love this one. Okay, now it's time for the nitty gritty. I'm gonna put my first bead. I always like to put it right in the middle of the nail. This it just makes the nail look more flawless when you start your acrylic bead right there when you're doing ombre. So I'm just patting my sides in and making sure that I turn the finger side to side. And also another trick to get your acrylics to just flow properly is hold that finger down. Let gravity do the work as well. Make sure you hold the finger down, pat those sides in, and keep patting lightly. You don't want to pat too hard because you're going to be dragging off most of that acrylic that you just put on, and you're going to overwork yourself. So why not work smarter? Just cleaning up from underneath so when I get to do my drill work, I don't have that much work to do. So I'm going to actually lay my second bead right on top of that line so I can have a flawless ombre effect. And I'm going to push that bead all the way up to the cuticle, not on the cuticle, but just right underneath it. And I'm going to swipe that down. Look at that blend. Come on, guys. Look at that freaking blend. You cannot even tell that, you know, it's, you can't see the line at all. So make sure you follow these steps. Oops, I picked up the pink. I didn't mean to pick up the pink. Okay, so I'm going to put another bead. I always actually put 2 beads at the cuticle just to make sure that everything is locked in and sealed. Cleaning up this around. You don't have to. You can do it with the drill. I'm going to just, you know, show you guys another little quick 1-2 wham bam. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that blend. Absolutely love putting my second bead on, making sure it's down, and just look at that. I just did her first hand and these nails are absolutely gorgeous. I didn't file, I didn't buff, I didn't do anything to them yet. She's very happy, and I'm happy as well too because they look flawless. Gonna show you one more time the application because I just could not finish this video without showing you again. I know it's some person probably gonna rewind the video and be like, let me see. So I added another one so you guys can see the application. I'm patting the back part of that bead down because I want the application to be flawless. I don't want any lumps, any humps. You see I'm holding my finger down, turning it side to side, and I'm always pushing my sides in because you don't want to not know what the shape is when you're done. You always want to keep that shape. So when you're done, you don't have that much work to do. So you see me making sure that you guys know that this is coffin shape. And I'm grabbing my next bead and I'm putting it right on that line. As you can see, I'm pushing it right up to the cuticle. It's not on the cuticle at all. It's just right underneath. And I'm going to pat it and drag it down. Look how flawless that drag is. You don't have to drag too hard because you don't want to take the product off. So make sure that you're lightly dragging it. I'm gonna show you guys up close what this looks like. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna zoom my camera and look at that. Look at that. You still know that it's coffin shape. So make sure you guys follow these tips and tricks. So right now I'm using my 80 grit file. I'm filing the sides. You don't want to go too deep in the sides because you don't want to take the product off and have it lifting on the sides. So you just lightly file on the sides. And then I always turn my client's hands to me because I like to see the view. And I like to file it that way so I know that it's extra crispy. Extra crispy. So make sure you guys file those sides in. And you need to look at it and see if it's straight your way and their way. So never send your clients out with crooked nails. That's a pet peeve of mine, making sure that they are, okay, I see it. Making sure that they're lined up, they're straight, they don't have any curves in them. And I'm getting my client together right now. Get this piece together. Feel alright, girl, you know I will. So you guys can a close-up view of what I just did. So now I'm going to use my fine carbide bit. This right here is my old trusty. I just ordered a couple new ones because I've had this one for a while. It's already seasoned. All right, let me get back to camera. It's already seasoned, and I love this bit. I actually purchased it from Amazon. I'll drop the link in below this video so you guys can get this bit. But I absolutely love it because it is so efficient. It's amazing, and I'm not cutting my client at all. It's not a safety one, but this one it gets the job done. I love it. It's a fine bit. So I had to zoom in, guys, so you guys can see. Pushing my client fingers up so I can get exactly what I need to get. Always go underneath the nail because you don't want to have acrylic that's stuck underneath the nail, and it's a pain trying to get that dried acrylic from underneath the nail. So make sure you put your bit to work and actually go underneath the nail and on the sides. You see I'm getting as close as possible to the cuticle without cutting her. Right here I'm just gonna snip, snip, snip. Snip that cuticle, snip that cuticle. And on this part, I'm going in with my sanding band that I used earlier. This one is a medium sanding bit. I absolutely love these. I ordered these from Amazon as well. And I love these. Love, love, love them. So the reason why I use the sanding bit afterward, because it seals everything in. If you have any spaces that wasn't like touched by the carbide bit, this one right here will seal everything in and lock it in. Look at that. Buffing her out. This is a coarse buffer because I like my nails nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. I absolutely love this part of the set, making sure that everything is nice and smooth, dusting it off. And this is the fun part. I'm doing bling, guys. I'm doing bling. I just put down a hard gel. I use either hard gels or I use a Gorilla Glue. You have to know how to use the Gorilla Glue. The stone placement, I never know what I'm gonna do until I see the nail. I always just go with the flow. See, I didn't want that pearl right there. I was like, nah. Let's put another pear-shaped in the center. I always just go with the flow on this. People always say, can you teach me stone placement? But it's like from your imagination. There's no wrong way to put a stone on. You know, when you're laying it down, you just got to know what glues to use. So you guys can come up with anything in your head. Make sure that you guys are using different size stones. You never want to use the same size stone. So in your stone kits, you need 8 SS, you need 10s, you need 12s, you need 20s, 16s. You need every size stones that you can get so you can always achieve the best stone work. Because if you're just using size 16 on the nail, that stone is not gonna, no, it's not gonna look good. You need a variety of sizes. So I'm just pushing it all together to make sure that they're locked in place. And look at that. So now I'm doing the clear coat. I love, love, love this part. Put those stones on there, making sure that I put clear on the pearls, because sometimes the pearls tend to change. And just that little small hint of glitter makes everything so much better. And this is me putting oil on her. Always oil your client's finger, moisturize it, because you know all that alcohol and spraying, it does something to the cuticle, dries them out. So moisturize them. And guys, I'm so happy that you stuck with me through this video. This is the finished product. My client absolutely loved her nails. I'm so happy. This came out so cute. We didn't know what we wanted to do in the beginning, but this came out absolutely amazing. I'm glad that she always trusts me with her nails. And if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up or comment down below. I'll put products in the comments as well.